So hey guys, I'm really excited. This is the second installment of Power Books, and I'm going to be going over it's probably the top 3 favorite books of all time, and that's Deep Work by Cal Newport. First of all, I'll just give you a little background. I found out about this book through Kevin Kelly. He recommended Cal Newport's other book, So Good They Can't Ignore You. And immediately what I really liked about this book is, and especially Cal Newport, is that he gives different advice from what other people are saying about getting really good at something, about success in general. The first book is about there's no such thing as passion. Everyone talks about passion, but the book's about passion is fleeting, and you become passionate by getting really good at something, having a craftsman mindset. This book is how you become, once you have a craftsman mindset, how do you get really good at something? And the premise is you do deep work. And deep work is focused, no distractions, preferably daily. So you do maybe like 2 to 4 hours of concentrated work. And most people, maybe they hear this and say it's obvious, but how many people actually do deep work? How many people actually get up in the morning, sit down 4 hours, no messages, no email in the middle, no standing up and getting breakfast, like food in the middle of doing your work, and doing it daily? Very few people. And one of the things that has stuck with me is this. Well, this is one of the arguments he gives. He says that there's 2 forces right now in the economy. One is that things are getting harder, like more complex. If you're doing coding, you constantly have to learn a new language. It's very complex, very logic-based. So skills are getting harder to learn, and they're changing faster. But at the same time, there's so many distractions in our world. Like, we have phones that just buzz at any time, email that just when we're doing work it pops up, notifications, LinkedIn. There's also these social networks, and so there's this age of distraction. One is that skills are getting harder and they're changing every day, and second is that we're living in a world of distraction. And these things don't mix. In order to get good at something, in order to learn really fast, you need this deep work. You need this this time without distraction, this set amount of time without distraction. And now we have all this distraction, right? So he says the people that can harness the information of the internet but still do focused work, the people that can't concentrate, can overcome this social part, they're gonna thrive in this new world. And that's what really stuck with me. After this book, I've got rid of my smartphone. I don't know if I have it, whatever. I have a non-smartphone right now. I have an iPhone still for taking shots or recording stuff, but I got rid of my smartphone. I try to get 2 hours in of deep work. I don't check email before a certain time. And so I used to do I changed careers, going from being a paraprofessional to a data scientist. And I used this book heavily. I'd wake up, do 4 hours of work. I would then check email, and then the rest of the time I would just kind of rest. And I think it allowed me to learn much faster than everybody else and be able to make that career change. And I still carried it with me. In the future, if I want to go into a new skill, I'm going to use deep work. So deep work is about focused, concentrated, no distraction time, and that's how you're going to get to the next level. That's how you're going to get really good at something. That's how you're going to learn something new. That's how you're going to change careers. Most people, I think, don't do that. They, one of the things he talks about in the book is we have all these new tools, social media, we're hyper-connected, but we don't see the costs. We only see the benefits. The benefits that we're connected, we can talk to anybody at any time, but the costs are that we're losing our concentration. You can't just go from being totally concentrated to being unconcentrated to being concentrated. You can't have these 2 separate parts. it all merges together. If at work you're constantly distracted, then out of work you're going to be distracted too. So that's what deep work's about. Overall, there's a lot more in here. How deep focus can be more meaningful in your life. How it can give you a lot of examples of different people that have used this in their lives. You'd be surprised, like for example, Charles Darwin maybe worked 4 hours a day. Most people work 8 hours, and you know, we don't really get that much done. He got 4 hours every day. His work was the most important thing, but he took 4 hours of concentrated work. Also a lot of research on how people get really good to a certain level. The 10,000 hour rule, he says, is out of deep work. It's not just out of like not concentrated work. So this is Deep Work by Cal Newport. I really recommend you to go to his blog, check it out. If you go to the back, you see all these different people recommending the book. Adam Grant, Seth Godin, Derek Sivers, my man, Ben Kiznocha, Daniel H. Pink. I haven't read any of these books, but I know Drive is big. But check this guy out, check this guy out. This book is one of my top 3 books, changed my life. It has impacted how I work. I think it really will yours too. I've given it to somebody else and it's almost become like their Bible, just like for me. And that's it. I'm so excited to have you guys read this book. I actually bought 2 books to give away because I think it's that important. I also bought a couple of 4-Hour Work Week and Choose Yourself, a couple just to give away because I think they're that important. So if you think that you're going to read this book and you're watching this, reach out to me. I'll send it to you. I'm serious. Alright, dudes and girls. See you guys. Peace.